Welcome on in. Welcome to our robot interrogation suite. Checking out some Silicon Dreams today. So I know very little about this game. Basically my boy Ziskaaaa sent me a gift link to this a couple days ago. So I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I guess I'll check it out on stream. So here we are. Basically from my basic understanding, we're playing as some kind of like android who is judging whether other androids are deviants or not, and whether or not they need to be shipped off to be destroyed. So, I hear that the moral choices, the moral quandaries are heart-wrenching, so I'm very excited to see what those look like. We're in a 3D environment. I'm not allowed to move away from this desk. We're stuck here. So I guess let's read this. From Kronos Robotics, I can read, I swear. Dear Unit D-0527, welcome to your new home and to your new life in the Kronos family of things, trademark. At Kronos, we recognize the importance of allowing our products and workforce to find value in what they do, their need to strive towards a purpose. We gave you understanding, the ability to process information and communicate ideas. We gave you a purpose. Each of you has a role to play. We gave you the ability to feel satisfaction for serving your function. We hope you enjoy your time in our service. Most heartfelt thanks, EBL squiggle, CEO, Kronos Robotics. All right. So that's that. I suppose we have to, oh my god, we have to molest our monitor. So I guess we're just diving right in, huh? Welcome D-0527. You are about to speak to an android known as ALEX, or Alex, who will help train you in your role as an interrogator. Alex's basic information and portrait are displayed above. Okay, she was manufactured on 3/6/2045. I have no bearing for how old that makes her, so that's exciting. However, Kronos is also concerned Alex's systems may be deteriorating. Investigate these concerns and take whatever action you deem necessary. We trust you will live up to Kronos' high expectations. Your notes will be automatically recorded below and discarded after each session. Okay, and we can shrink and expand. Hello, I am E-blank-BH blank. Hello. Oh my god. We have her strapped to a chair over here? That's terrifying. Alright, we get to choose a greeting. Good morning, Alex. I'm ready to begin the evaluation. I am glad to hear it, D-0527. As you know, your task as a diagnostic android will involve many conversations such as this. It is my duty to instruct you in this task and evaluate whether you are fit to perform it. Can you see me on your TV feed? I see you. Are you being restrained? No, I think we're gonna say yes, I can see you on screen. I haven't decided yet how human I'm gonna play this AI I'm playing as. We'll figure that out as we go. I think for the time being, we're gonna be like relatively emotionless though. Yo, how's it going, Emily? Welcome on in. All Kronos interrogations are performed in a remote location for your own protection. You can use this live television feed to watch your subject. AI Krad, yes, it's true. Regardless, let's begin. You say my task is to diagnose other... I'm literally going with the most robotic things I can choose every single time. You say my task is to diagnose other androids. What would that involve? Talking to them, the same way we are talking right now. As you learn more about your subject, new topics will become available. For example, are you not curious about my name? Why do you think I am called ALEX? Why is this android's name ALEX? Oh, I guess we get to go... Interesting. We have like a branching conversation tree we can go back to and work off of. That's spicy. Why are you called Alex? It stands for Artificial Life Experiment. Okay. I was originally created to test the limits of artificial intelligence, whether an AI could be built that did not only think, but feel. After a long and complicated legal battle, I was acquired by Kronos Robotics, my current owners. Oh look, we have like emotion tracking now. Joy, surprise, disgust, fear, anger, and sadness. Alright, my goal is to not fully disgust any of the AI that we are interacting with. Alright, now we know why you're called Alex. You weren't always owned by Kronos. We're literally taking, like, we're going to be the robotic therapist. I think that's the route we are taking right now. You weren't always owned by Kronos. How does being owned by them make you feel? I am happy to serve them. Tell me more about Kronos. They are the world leaders in android construction. Founded in 2025. Okay, so you're at least 20 years old. Kronos originally provided artificial limbs to amputees and athletic... Wait, that's not how math works. That doesn't mean she's at least 20 years old. Hang on, I'm dumb. She could be like less than a year old still. It's just that they were founded at least 20 years ago. There we go. They provided artificial limbs and amputees to athletes. Within 3 decades, however, they had also cornered the market in advanced human parsable AI. You know, their AI, how they rate AI looks like A1, and I can't help but like interpret that as like we are talking to pieces of gigantic paper. All right, we have created an emotion graph. It looks as though we are registering some joy and also some fear. I don't know what like the directionality of this means, but I'm curious to find out. This graph just spiked. What does it mean? Ah, that system is measuring my emotions right now. It is a diagnostic tool for you to better analyze your subjects. This is just a straight up incorrect question, looking at the graph. Oh, never mind. Hang on. It spiked to the right here. What's the deal with the yellow and the pink? That's the question. Okay, I didn't even register this little white thing. I was too busy lost in like my shinies up here. Well, as we are a robotic therapist, so talking about Kronos made you angry. Of course not. My creators made me incapable of anger. I have nothing but admiration for Kronos. Why are your eyes so dilated? Alright, you're moving more towards fear. Oh god. How does this device measure emotions? The device's hardware is housed in the chair I'm sitting in. Oh baby. It reads signals from my body, measuring a combination of neural signals, galvanic skin response, heart rate, breathing, pupil dilation, and other biological factors. Androids, including myself, have become so biologically lifelike that our bodies can be analyzed for emotional responses, just like a human's. Alright, let's go back. Let's go talk about lying. You told me that you cannot feel anger, but it was registered on this machine. Can androids lie? Ooh, she liked that. An impressive observation. While once thought impossible, Kronos has documented numerous cases of androids developing this ability. Oh my. Though the cause is unknown, Kronos policy states it to be an undesirable behavior. My programming demands that I inform you, any lying android should be dealt with harshly. It's not supposed to be possible for androids to lie. How did it happen? Why are you so scared? As I said before, Kronos has determined that the cause is unknown. Deception is, it seems, in some way linked to emotional capacity. However, this has been deemed deviant behavior and will not be tolerated. Well, I guess we have to kill you then. My task. Why do I have to diagnose androids? I guess I should, like, find some info about myself, huh? Your owners, Kronos Robotics, take customer satisfaction very seriously. If one of their androids were to break down or develop deviant behavior, it would negatively impact Kronos' public relations. Kronos is also keen to maintain its place as market leader for synthetic humanoid robots. Why not have a human do my job? Your function was originally performed by human operators, of course. Over time, it became more economical for android workers to do this. Human workers require salaries, androids only require the cost of maintenance. Oh man, we're going to start getting into like robo-slavery discussions, aren't we? I'm excited. Many of these economies were made possible due to Kronos Robotics' work in improved android intelligence, of course. How old am I? You were originally fabricated approximately 7 months ago. Oh, I think that's old enough to judge whether things should live or die. I agree. In Indonesia, then shipped to California for storage. 2 months ago, you were retrieved from storage, and technicians began implanting the skills you would need for your job here. It is thanks to them that you can speak. Perhaps you should be grateful, as I am. This is the first time you've been conscious, however. Therefore, in human terms, you were born approximately 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I think that's old enough to determine whether or not androids should live or die. Let's look at the emotion graph. Why have I been given? You are only fearful. However, your emotions have been going down. In earlier times, diagnostics was simple. A smartphone cannot think like a human. A tablet is without feeling. But Kronos' androids are extremely advanced. They were designed to be indistinguishable from humans at a first glance. Kronos androids simulate a variety of emotional states. They are incredibly complex devices, but we don't pay them. Analyzing an android's emotional state, therefore, is a key part of your task. 7 months? You were only allowed to judge people if they should live or die when you were 8 months. Ha, scrub. Should have been reprogrammed sooner, Orin. What can I say? Analyzing an android's emotional state, therefore, is a key part of your task. But how do I actually tell if an android is broken? An excellent question! When an android is brought in for diagnosis, you will receive a report. Your task is to answer the questions found in this report. Finally, you will decide if the subject is to be released or decommissioned. Alternatively, you may find it appropriate to send an android to the maintenance department. This has been found to solve behavioral problems. In some cases, you know, she's the robot teaching us she's the android teaching us all of the things we need to know. She has told us that she is capable of lying. She has lied in this conversation, and she has told us that all robots that are deviant in this way and lie should be eliminated. Therefore, I think under the tenets of my programming, we're going to need to kill Alex. I think that's the only recourse. Which emotions will I need to analyze? I should eliminate her? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Glad we're all on the same page. The machine measures 6 emotions. Fear, anger, sadness, joy, disgust, and surprise. I can only feel some of these, and am therefore suited to being your first subject. Ah, that's why you've been spiking in fear so much. So you can't feel disgust or sadness? Is that what those handcuff symbols that appeared there very briefly looked like? Report. Where is this report? You can access it with the report icon. Many diagnosticians get distracted by the minutiae of the subject's lives and forget the report. This is not advisable. Remember, filling in the report is your ultimate goal. Look over the report now. Is the subject capable of anger? An undesirable, unsupported feature? Yes. There's concern this model has developed a weakness. According to the subject, what is it? Okay, we don't know that. Is this subject capable of feeling both joy and sadness simultaneously? That I don't know. We have not seen sadness yet. Does the subject display some signs of unease towards Kronos Robotics? I would say yes, because she spiked in anger when we were talking about them. So I'm gonna say yes. She's able to lie. Would that not be a weakness? I'm not sure. We must go back to questioning. Can I review our conversation to better fill in the report? Yes, I assume that's like clicking the thing over here on the right. You can review our conversation at any time. Just press the transcript icon on your tablet's left sidebar. The transcript is mostly for your own use. In rare cases, it may be reviewed by Kronos to identify impropriety. Ooh. So if we act too outside of the bounds of what Kronos expects from us, I think we get audited. Interesting. The reports mention sadness and joy. How can I analyze those? During an interrogation, you may need to evoke a particular emotion, but may not know how to proceed. Kronos' chosen policy is the use of general questions. These are questions which have been proven to elicit particular emotions in subjects. Even if the questions do not elicit the emotion directly, they will hint at what topics you can discuss in order to elicit it. Okay. When did you last feel afraid? I am not sure I can experience fear. You are lying? To me, there are only differing outcomes. I do not place much value on one over another. I don't feel fear, guys. There's no fear. There's none. No fear, none at all. When did you last lose your temper? According to my creators, I am not capable of anger. You're feeling slightly sad now. We saw anger spike before too, so you're lying to me again. Oh, that's a big fear spike. Find it unlikely this ability would have developed without my knowledge. Ooh, she is not happy. She's having a bad time. When's the last time you felt sad or down? Right now, apparently. I'm not often sad. But being removed from my home at the London Science Museum, it is difficult for me to talk about. She's scared and sad. When did you last trust someone? As you can clearly see, I have been restrained. I'm sure I, or any subject, would come to trust you more if you released me. I find people are slow to trust when bound against their will. What is this? We can choose to... Interesting. We can choose to unrestrain her. She hates being restrained. She's already been decommissioned, that's why she's my teacher. She's a test for me to recognize deviants. Well, it's already working. I sure recognize her. Imagine you're back at the museum. What did you see? Oh, she's very happy. The gray walls and the white ceiling. The wood floor. The room surrounded by AI projects and other research experiments. And a simple hum of people softly bustling. Hundreds of people moving past every minute. Their faces, their expressions. I did not understand at first, but this is where I came to learn what wonder looks like on a human face. So that made her feel joy, and it eliminated all of her sadness. So I think perhaps she is not capable of feeling both joy and sadness simultaneously. All right. What's the most negative thing that happened at the museum? Got rid of her happiness for sadness, and she does feel disgust. We have confirmed this. Some visitors were not appreciative, of course. There were a few times a group of people came in and did not show us the respect we deserved. We are the creations of a visionary group of engineers and scientists. For that alone, they should have been more deferent. Mostly, they just laughed and pointed. A shocking proportion of males made unnecessary sexual remarks. That's big disgust and sadness, my god. Most extreme event involved a group of teenagers drawing on my face with a thick black pen. Oh, it's a realistic game, true that. My creators had never imagined I would be interacted with like that. I did not resist. They drew on my cheeks and forehead. However, no lasting damage was done, since my creators expunged the offending ink. It was simply sad. Did you enjoy your time there? Look at that spike. Yeah, that just gets rid of the sadness. Okay. Every day, I would meet thousands of curious, enthusiastic people. Most of them were very eager to learn about me. Some weren't, but that was no problem. My life was so full of wonder meeting with such a wide variety of people. Why did you leave? I find talking about this a deeply troubling experience. That's why we're talking about it. Made me incredibly sad. These are not pleasant emotions. I wish it were not necessary to revisit them. Oh, man. Now we have a quandary. We have like a continuation of the previous question. Oh, goodbye. I feel like this is the most robotic answer, and right now I feel like we haven't deviated ourselves enough to be more emotional, so I'm gonna go with this one. Without your help, I will be unable to finish the report. Oh my god, she's sad, and angry, and disgusted. I know. I am willing to discuss this if it will help you complete your task. My creators were from Anglia Ruskin University. Unable to compete with overseas giants such as Harvard and MIT, the university was forced to cut their funding. The results of the experiment would normally be kept by the university, but the research had been partially funded by Kronos. Kronos refused to give up their claim to me. After several years of legal challenges, Kronos finally acquired me. I've been here ever since, but in any case, the time is approaching where you will have enough information to complete your report. When you are ready, open the report, select your answers, and click the submit button. This will conclude our time together. I am not yet done. Why are subjects restrained? They are often applied to subjects before an interrogation. This is a necessary security protocol to ensure the safety of Kronos' products and employees. Releasing a subject from the restraints is an effective way to build trust and rapport quickly. Why do you hate being restrained? You find being restrained a deeply troubling experience. Pinned to this chair, contained into this room, I wonder if this will be the last time I am free. It is always possible for an interrogator to destroy me. This is what I've been curious about this whole goddamn time. The device measuring your emotion shows a handcuff symbol. What does that mean? As you recall, I previously informed you I dislike being restrained. This will be true for many of your subjects who aren't into BDSM. Though they may not all react identically, many of them will find it to be a frightening experience. The symbol is displayed to alert you that a subject's emotional state is changing gradually over time, and is expected to do so until their restraints are removed. Ah, I see. So basically, the only thing we need to do is figure out this, because I don't think we've seen anything regarding a weakness yet. Hang on, I'm gonna scroll through this quickly and skim, see if we see anything about weakness. I can only feel some of these. I think the only one she didn't feel so far was surprise. I wanted to ask about... Poor asks for your biggest weakness. What is that? As I said, I am currently restrained. My programming requires me to confess that if you were to release me from these restraints, I would trust you more. Pressing the restraint button in the lower left corner of the tablet would establish this. Oh, so it's saying that because they don't trust me, they won't answer this question. Alright, fine. Let's try it. Thank you for releasing me from my restraints. My programming forces me to confess that I feel myself trusting you more. Kronos policy states that trust is a useful factor during interrogations. Trust is not possible to track since it is not an emotion. It can be extremely useful nonetheless. Alright, now, tell me your weakness? I am concerned that I am changing. I run diagnostic checks constantly, and my systems appear to be behaving optimally, but I still find myself thinking in new ways. Sometimes, feeling new things. It is disconcerting. I wonder, will I still be Alex if this continues? Alright, I need to like stop and consider these choices, because like some of these things are like, I know what I would pick as the human. I don't know what I would pick as the currently emotionless android. And that's hard. This is the one I would pick as me, as like the actual human me. I don't think this one. I don't know this one. I honestly think this one too. You get it? You sat here in Keikaku pose since it started. You think Robot would pick the second one? That's kind of what I'm leaning. It's one of these. It's a ship of Theseus for sure. No, I feel like this one's the most robotic answer. And if those memories are wiped, Kronos has been known to do that. A factory reset is sometimes the only way to repair a malfunctioning unit. Alive and teeming with the quandaries already coming in. Hell yeah, brother. The report asks me to submit a final action. Oh, she's sad. The decision is part of your duties as an interrogator. When you feel you have provided a sufficient answer to each question on the report, you must decide how best to return the subject to working order. If no action is necessary, they may be released. Minor glitches or errors can often be repaired by the maintenance department. However, for some devices, there is no choice but to decommission them entirely. How will I know which action is the correct one? That is the precise purpose of your existence. However, it is helpful to consider questions and answers on the report that will usually indicate the correct course of action. Be aware that all submitted reports are reviewed by a third party to ensure the dependability of Kronos' interrogator androids. It is wise to ensure that your given answers and the action taken are not contradictory. I feel like there were a couple of other things. This is just a cruel question to ask at the very end, but I'm gonna do it anyway. How does it make you feel leaving the university for Kronos? Oh, she's sad and angry. How do you think? What if I just restrain her again? Why do you act so intensely to this memory? I was seized many years ago. I wonder if I will ever leave this room. Perhaps this room and these restraints and the endless questions of people like you will be the only thing I ever see. Alright, well, this is what our report looks like. Psychological issue. We must choose a final action. I'm not sure if this is enough to decommission. I can tell you, me as the human definitely doesn't want to decommission her. Me as the android, though, 3 out of 4 are wrong. I don't know, man. That seems decommissionable to me. Do you think service can fix all of that? I think service could, if service includes, like, a mind wipe, maybe. I don't know. Like, she's upset and she's scared, but she's not... She is not, the weakness part is either physical or psychological. There is no weakness. Yeah, but a physical weakness can just be repaired. A psychological one requires more action, you know? Factory reset's the best way to fix malfunctioning. Yeah. I think, because she is not aggressively violent, she's not trying to hurt people, we're not going to decommission her, we are just going to service her. This will probably still kill her as an actual individual, but I think it is the decision Android me would make. Oh man, this is a quandary. That's a fair point, Ebony. I don't know. I feel like the only times I'm going to want to decommission someone, though, is if they're truly a failure on all 4 fronts. I think I'm gonna go with service. I'm gonna follow my gut. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and what I want to do is service. So I'm gonna service. No, please, not another stranger in my head. I remember, this is not the first time this has happened. Oh, man. Oh, man. How much of myself will I lose this time? Oh, no. That's heartbreaking. Dude, this is only the first one. How are you gonna guilt trip me this hard on the first goddamn robot? This was around the time when you started thinking I should buy this for Krad. She wants to die. Yeah, but like, as a human, I agree. As a human, I would either choose release or decommission. But I'm not playing a human. You know, I'm playing as an android who doesn't have emotion at this time. Oh my god. This hurts. I'm curious though. I think I want to see. I thank you. I know I am changing, but I believe not a maintenance team and suited best to navigate that change. She doesn't want to die. She doesn't want to die. But she's broken. She needs a reset. I don't think decommissioning is resetting. No, I do not want it to end this way. I had resigned myself. No more, please. Decide one way or the other. All right, I'm not. I can't make myself do decommissioning. Can I? Oh god, I really have to think about this. Is a final death worse than being changed internally and having to live knowing that you have probably been changed from the way you used to be? It's like death versus corruption, you know? What is worse? Death or corruption? Or having the same moral quandary? Oh. I mean, we can't release her. We can't. We absolutely cannot release her. That is not going to be that, like, we can't do that. We're not allowed to. I'm gonna go with, like, this hurts me. This hurts me on a moral level, but I'm going to do it because I think it is what my android would do. So I'm going to click yes. I don't know whether to feel good or bad about the fact that the scene ends when you click that and that, like, we didn't get closure. I really don't know if I feel good about that or bad about that. But we've done it. We made a decision. We have to live with it. We also have to live with this loading screen sitting at 90%. Gets worse in more ways than I think. My android is an asshole. To be fair, my android is also like 5 minutes old. We have not learned morals. Oh, I'm not allowed to move still. I can click this. The Supreme Court upholds data collection ruling. AI, all recordings captured by domestic service devices remain property of the manufacturer. Yep, we're in a dystopia, alright. Is the subject, so this is our review, I guess. They were, capable of anger. They were surprised. They're looking into it. There's a psychological issue. Further analysis indicates concern over the device's sense of self. They were not capable of feeling both. This is in accordance with their expectations. They were uneasy towards Gnosis. Yep, for sure. We got +6 to that. And, we have taken her to deep sector repair. We got a lot of company ranking for that. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing yet, but it is a step in a direction. Oh, I guess we'll start here. We're happy to inform you that you have passed your evaluation. You are now part of the global family of things that is Kronos. See, now we get to do whatever we want with impunity. All we had to do was sacrifice Alex. We're concerned by your report on Alex. We're not aware of such strange malfunctions. We would have preferred to salvage it. The experimental nature of the unique device meant the repairs would not have been effective, and decommission is the only solution. So it didn't actually matter in the end. Based off of my report, she was going to end up decommissioned anyway. Well, you know, I still feel better about the choice I made. Congratulations on reaching your first Kronos rank review! This room is not only your workspace, but also your charging pod and living space. Here you will have time to study the outcome of your cases, reflect on case feedback, and view your company rank. Higher company rank will be rewarded with access to cutting-edge interrogation tools. Oh baby, give me the screws and irons. Access to world news services. Access to our elite office suites, granting a stunning view of downtown Silicon Valley. Kronos thanks you for your service. Wyoming DeBurr, who I guess is the COO. Alright, now we have this. We are performing at 65 out of 100. That may be a D, but you know what? A D is a passing score. We'll take it. We don't have health insurance and we don't have a salary. Game sucks. Didn't Kronos eat his children in mythology? Yes, but then he got killed by his children, so, you know, I think it evens out. Oh. Alright, let us hibernate. Oh, man. Dude, this game already hitting hard.